local fishermen. Yeah, there was the one that got away this morning. Really noticed they got really grey legs before, eh? Okay, so if you haven't been for a walk up the boardwalk, have a look at the giant cowries. You can just see them sticking up above the trees there. They're giant bull cowries. There's two of them there. They're about 45, 50 metres tall, about 2.7 metres at the base, and 1,100 years old. They're very impressive trees. You really worth to go for that couple of minute walk and just have a look at the base. Just go nice and slow along here. Sometimes we get a turtle swim out to say hello. The other place I go for turtles and eels, there haven't been any there at all today. That's fine.
Go fall asleep.
There's another cowrie on the corner here, only a young one, probably 100, 110 years old. You notice the bark, very flaky. It's nature's way of helping the trees. When their saplings and the vines in the rainforest are pretty severe, they can strangle them when they're young. The bark peels off, so the vine climbs up, the bark flakes off, the vine falls off, the tree gets to a stage where it can look after itself. So there's a turtle over there. See how hungry he is if he comes all the way. Now straight in from us here you can see a bit of a grey trunk closest to the edge. Right at the top of reed level there's a nice elthorn. Coming up just a bit further around, higher up in the tree, once again you can see the brown and the elthorn hanging out underneath it. There's plenty of lilies. Little white flowers here are really quite attractive if you get close to them. They're outshadowed by the big purple show of mates. But the white ones are beautiful little flowers when you see them close up. About 3 weeks ago we had a good storm up here in the Tablelands one afternoon, a couple of inches. Within a week all the basket ferns have just burst into frond. They're everywhere now, they're really lush. Oh, they're pretty nice. Now this little bay we're in is the overflow. So in the wet season the lake will rise by a couple of metres and the water will go over the end, over here, in that little gap, down the hill to the Mulgrove River near Gordonvale, down to sea. Coming up ahead of us and alongside us soon is another nice big cowrie set back a little bit there. I point him out early because they might fly off, but on this dead tree in the water there's a pied cormorant, black and white bird, and then just below him to the left is a darter. cormorants and the data look very similar. The cormorant's got a hook on his beak and he actually catches his fish in his beak. The data spears them, brings them up, flicks them in the air and hopefully they go down the hatch. Yeah, these are beautiful big hairy that one. Tree, pretty common on the up north here. Terrible tree to have in your yard. They love concrete. They'll get into your slab or your septic system and they'll just crack them. The root system's really aggressive. Just recently, a couple of these little pale yellowy green lilies have popped up. I haven't found out what they are yet. A nice basket fern hanging on that big bluebird vine over there. Now in winter, which was Wednesday this year up here, we get big amethystine pythons come out of the bush. And they lay just in behind the reeds there, on the top of the reeds, and they warm up in the sun. Haven't seen any here for at least 2 months now. It's warmed up enough they don't need to come out. Last one I did see was a beauty. He was heading back into the bush about this time in the afternoon. He was as long as this boat wide, probably that round. And amethystine python, they're iridescent when the sun gets them. Absolutely beautiful he was. One lady said, "Can they swim?" She was straight in the middle. There's another nice elkhorn just in amongst in between these two trees on the corner here. Those basket ferns before that bit of rain looked like this dead one in the water just here. Just a dead mass, you wouldn't even look at that twice. Two more little carries here. They've got a fair few vines growing up. A bit of evaporation happening at the moment. Those logs weren't visible 3 weeks ago. Another nice little basket fern just hanging on a vine in there. Now all this frond leaf you see in here is a vine. Wait a while. Got a nasty vine, got a prickles on it. You're walking through the bush and they hook onto you, they pull you up really quick. Noticed a lot of trees in the water. A couple of reasons for that is back in the 50s and 60s they used to water ski on the lake. 20 odd boats zooming around on a weekend like this. and the erosion was undermining the shoreline. A lot of trees were falling in. Not all man's fault though. Trees that grow close to the edge tend to lean out to get as much sun as they can. And eventually if they get too top heavy and they're too close to the shore, they'll go for a swim. And I hate to put the mocker on this beautiful kauri here. He's probably 200, 250 year old, but I don't think he's going to make 1100 like his mates back there. It'll be a tragedy to lose him. It's a beautiful tree. Yeah, yeah. I just hope we're not about here when he decides. You can see that bit of a trunk up through the gap there and the nice bushy leaves on top. That's a lily pilly. There's lots of varieties of them, but most people have got them in the yard, hedges, whatever. Sticking through there. They're not as vibrant as the ones you see around Atherton or in the Tablelands. These ones have to fight their way through these other trees to get up to the light, so they use a lot more energy doing that. A couple of stands, one here, one coming up of Apricot palms. You see the red fruit on them, really loved by the pigeons and doves, lots of other birds. Of course they get in there and they have a feed with a bit of fertiliser, drop the seed, another tree pops up. Quite often find them in clusters. Dragonflies are around a lot, and you'll see a lot of them are flying together. They've given Jetstar a miss because they're too slow. They've gone to American now, United Airlines. That's a dad joke, I know. There's some more cormorants. Over here there's a log sticking up that I call Nessie. That monster's neck sticking up. Quite often get cormorants sitting on top of that sunbaking. Along here you'll see some vine hanging down almost into the water around Leaf Bottom. Quite a lot through here. It's a Hoya vine. And 2 or 3 weeks ago there would have been 150, 200 flowers through this corner. Absolutely beautiful. And they last for like 3 days and they were gone. The different thing about the lake, I've been here for about 3 or 4 months now, and 1 week you've got something, all orchids. Next week the orchids are gone, but the flame trees are out. There's always something different. This is why I'm still here. Supposed to do it gently, but sometimes that doesn't happen.
It's swimming there. Yeah.